Hey guys, Jay here with another knife review. Today we're looking at the K-Bar Large Heavy Bowie. I want to get the specs out of the way because I have a lot to say about this blade. The actual blade itself is right at 9 inches and your cutting edge is at 8 inches. Your handle length is right around 5.5, giving you 14.5 inches overall length, tip to pommel. The thickness of the blade, which is also the most important to me, is just a hair under a 1/4 inch. So I'm going to say just a 1/4 inch. It's pretty thick. And that's one of the main things that makes this blade so important to me when I go out, because the angle from spine to edge is a lot more gradual. It is a high blade, which and that gradual angle makes cutting and splitting a lot easier. When you have, if you were to have the same thickness in a shorter blade, you would have a lot more incline. The edge to spine would not be as gradual, which would make cutting a lot harder. It's got pretty good sweep here. Does have the Bowie style. I'm not a big fan of Bowies, but you know, this is how it comes, and it's not that bad. It's not a deep curve, so it really does get the job done for me. Batoning gets right in there, and the handle, I really like this pommel right here. This pommel area. It's got kind of a hook right here that locks your hand in. If your hands get sweaty, muddy, bloody, you know, it goes right in there. It keeps it from sliding off. It does have a lanyard hole, so you can put a lanyard on there, and those two combined, I don't think the knife is going anywhere. I've never had it slip out of my hands ever. And I've done a lot of cutting. I've cut down about 6 or 7 trees, you know, 10-inch diameter, you know, 1 foot diameter trees, not saplings. I've had to clear out trees from my backyard, so I took this out. I do have a chainsaw, and I took this blade out instead. Honestly, it's more fun. I was practicing my technique, and I just wanted to test the blade to see if it could do it. It is a 1085 carbon steel, which gives, to me, a great edge. I've sharpened this knife a lot, and every time it gets my work done without me having to resharpen in the middle of it. It never gets dull as I'm using it. Sharpening it afterwards is just a habit of mine. So, you know, as it comes from the factory, the heat treat and everything, I think the steel is great. It's not the most rust resistant, as you can see there. It has formed a patina. So this is not how it comes from the factory. I want to show you guys what it looks like when you get it from the factory. It's more of a powder coat here. It's an all black finish, powder coated. It's not the most durable finish. Before I had it customized, it was it was like this. It didn't really wear too much. It protected against rust, and it's pretty good. I just didn't like, you know, the plain black. It's just kind of dull. So I had it sent out to a friend of mine on Blade Farms to be customized, and that's where I have it here. It's kind of a bead blast and patina mix, tiger stripe monstrosity, and the edge is sharp. I keep them sharp. The craton on the handle is very thick. It's a very beefy feel when you hold the knife. Your hand doesn't slide up or down like I said before. But one problem I do have is that it doesn't absorb shock very well. After a while, my hand does get a little numb. Certain strikes sting. That's when I'm not using gloves. But it's not too much to the point where I don't want to use the blade. I think it's just, I think it's me. When I get out there, I really want to use this a lot, and I swing it a lot. So I guess that's just part of it. I don't have soft hands or anything. It's just this material and these cuts in here. I think that's part of the problem, because after a while when you hold it, your skin starts to get in there. You know, it just starts to form into the handle, and it gets right in there. And the edges, they're not sharp, but you know, they're not rounded off either. It's kind of in between. But it does have a good grip. It's comfortable enough. I get the job done. And I want to show you guys just how sharp it is. This is my sharpening after, I don't know, a lot of work. Not just those trees. I'm talking anything wood or in the backyard. I've taken this out in the swamp with me. So, you know, I've done some batoning out there. I cut down a dead tree out there. It's been through a lot. I want to show you guys how sharp it is. I got some paper here, and it's pretty sharp. Oh, didn't get that on camera, did I? Let's do some more. Oh, let's get a good clean edge here. There we go. I love cutting up these things that get in the mail, the credit card offers. Just love cutting them up. It's not the sharpest. Again, I keep it sharp, but not too sharp to the point where it's not hair shaving sharp. I keep it like that because a finer edge to me will roll. This is a carbon steel, but it's a little soft. It will roll if you put two. I have other knives that I put a very fine edge on, and it does roll after a while. If you're chopping for a long time, it'll just roll on you really easy. I keep a steep angle on here because it's more of a utility. It's more of a splitting edge. You know, it's for chopping and splitting. It's not for delicate work. It's definitely not for skinning or anything. So you know, it's decently sharp. That's the way I like it. So with that being said, that was my review. And any questions, you guys can comment me, message me, and I'll be more than happy to answer. Thank you. Bye.